Well, welcome to yet another corporate video about agency management, where we're going to be talking sales. But not just any sales, the sort of sales you find on sailing boats, because we're here in Coconut Grove, Miami, and of course Miami is the drum's new home, and I wanted to introduce you to Miami in style. But the reason I'm here in a marina is because one of my friends from Macias Creative is also a keen sailor. And we both believe if you're going to run a business, you should learn to sail.
Hello, Gordon.
How you doing? Good to see you.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Really good, thanks. And I was just explaining to the viewers of the drum why sailing is a great metaphor for running a business, because they probably think we're just having a good time, but there's a serious point to this, isn't there? And we're also going to show off Miami, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We tick a lot of boxes here, because we really want to give our readers and our viewers an insight into why this is such an amazing place.
Cool. Well, the wind's blowing right in our face, so we're going to have to improvise.
And that's exactly a good metaphor. That's our first metaphor for running an agency, isn't it?
We haven't even
You've got to go with the prevailing conditions. Don't change what you can't change. Work with what you've got.
Correct. I think today is going to be a beautiful day. We got beautiful weather. So, yeah, we can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
Let's have some fun.
Actually, we probably can.
Gordon, how long have you been sailing?
About 20 years. Overall, probably only about 6 days a year.
That's how it happens, right?
That's what happens. You buy a boat and you never use it.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're sailing.
It's very precarious that way. You've got a city that's 100 years old, it's suddenly really growing rapidly, you can feel it expanding. But do you not think that's sort of, it's a city on the edge, really, isn't it?
We don't know what it's going to become. The truth is that Miami's always been changing.
Yeah.
So we're still figuring out what we're going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
And then it's the thing as well, is just you've got the physical sort of realm changing, but also the culture's changed a lot as well between the, you know, when the community started arriving, it's totally transformed the city, didn't it, from the sort of deep south outpost.
Right.
And this sort of multicultural.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not a city where cultures have to assimilate to this American ideology. Actually, it's quite the contrary. Everyone's bringing their culture to this city.
Yeah.
So the fusion is what you're feeling today.
Yeah, and that's what I quite like about it, because it doesn't actually feel like an American city. Right. It feels like something really different. Not that being an American city is a bad thing.
No, it's funny. It's funny because I think that there's some people that find that attractive.
Yeah.
It's what I love about this city, and I think some people embrace that. And then there are other people that come and want to change that, right? And say, oh, but you're in America, you should be a certain kind of way, or the idea of what an American city should be like.
Yeah.
I think forcing that idea, you're going up against a deeply rooted, established, even though we're a young city, there's a lot of pride in the cultures that we represent. So if you like it, I think you're gonna thrive. And actually the more diversity that comes in, whether it's the communities coming from New York or LA that come with their own ideas and their own style of living, I appreciate that contribution.
Yeah.
But it's a contribution, it's not this, you know, some people come with this, oh, we're finally bringing culture to Miami. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Go, you know, and I think the reaction is go back to, it's funny because we're telling others, go back to where you came from, which is what you hear sometimes from an immigrant perspective.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think the energy that's coming in, or the desire to make this city an important global city, it's here.
Yeah.
It's really happening.
And that's what appeals to me as well. It's so different. I mean, it's not necessarily a typical American city, but it's not really a typical European city either. It's completely different. One thing I've noticed, there's not that many Scots in this mix yet, is there?
You might be the first.
Yeah.
I think because we are this community of such diversity, there's this great acceptance. You don't need to fit into any one box because we're all immigrants. And we're all different, and the coming together is what makes this such a beautiful city.
Yeah. Well, I just thought we could run through the sailing metaphors for business to sort of justify, so we can justify this
whole
trip.
the day off. I love it.
First one is you've got to work with the prevailing conditions. You can't change what you can't change. You've got to work with them, and the one thing you cannot change is the wind direction.
That is correct.
Stop complaining about consumers, economic downturns. You can't do anything about that. Focus on your business and lean into what you can fix. And then use the sort of consumer feedback to your benefit. Stop moaning about some good things you can't change.
I think we're in a business that there really isn't a lot of space to complain about anything.
Yeah.
You know, we get paid to be creative. You know, we're surrounded by wonderful people who come together to solve problems through creativity. We're blessed.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful job.
What up, fellas?
What up?
Hello.
Yeah, Martha, very good?
Good, good, good.
Let's go get a drink, brother.
Let's do it.
And it was actually really hard work. Yeah.
We had our challenges along the way, but we made it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do today, the excuse for doing all this, which has been a great day, but the fundamental excuse is trying to explain to the viewers and the readers of The Drum what makes Miami unique. And I think we've seen a lot of that in our trip. But obviously, you're one of the founders of the agency as well. Can you sort of give us a bit of your insight? You know, what makes this place special?
We were born and raised in Miami from Cuban parents, and obviously we were born with these two kind of unique cultures, right? We had a great-grandmother that was born in Isla Canarias that she didn't even speak English. And I just think that one of the reasons Marcos opened up the agency was we were that first generation American-born Hispanic where culture was important, but we were as mainstream as anybody else was. And we always saw Miami like that. And I think with business, and even when we brought our clients down, every time they expect something out of Miami, we throw a curveball.
And I think that's the idea of the sailing trip, wasn't it? You wanted to show us a new side to Miami from perspective.
You could visit Miami and easily fall into the Miami trope.
Yeah.
Get caught up in that current. And for some people, I think that fulfills them, and they come to and I appreciate that. I think that if, you know, Miami offers that in a very unique way, but sometimes people think that that's all Miami is.
Yeah.
And when they come and that's all they receive, then they get disappointed, and their experience is, wow, Miami is very shallow because they didn't put the effort out. If you have the interest and the care to do that, you're gonna find so many different gems.
People are investing here, people are moving their families here, people are moving their businesses here. But at the same time, they're running their global businesses from here.
Yeah.
The power of Miami is just not about understanding the city in itself. It's about it being the perfect kind of home base to reach anyone in the world.
Yeah, but I also think with the fact it's still a new city with new people coming in. But it means it's not backward looking. Miami's one of the most forward looking. There's no baggage here. Yeah, people are quite happy to develop and let the city grow. Because I think we're past the downtown and Brickell in the distance today. But something like a third of these buildings weren't here 10 years ago. So the rate of growth here has been extraordinary, and that's what I think makes it really exciting. It's, you know, it's growing, it's dynamic, it's entrepreneurial. So it's not just about the Hispanic market, it's about the whole community. I think what we have here is a city that actually is unique within the US because it feels like a capital city, not a regional city. But I think it's also unique within the world. There's nothing quite like it anywhere. So I actually think it could drive culture globally, and that's really what attracted us here. Well, another boring corporate video comes to an end. You know what? Somebody has to do this work. Somebody has to take one for the team, and it had to be me. Nightmare. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway.